A Beggars Banquet album first listen of tracks 3 and 4, Dear Doctor and Parachute Woman. Track 3 on the album is called Dear Doctor. It's written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards and is a country song with blues inflections. It's a good example of the acoustic guitar-based compositions that earned Beggars Banquet its reputation as the Rolling Stones return to form. Let's check out the track. Here we go.
Oh, help me, please, doctor, I'm damaged. There's a pain where there once was a heart. It's sleeping, it's evading. Can't you please tear it out and preserve it right there in that jar? Oh, help me, please, mama, I'm sickening. It's today, that's the day of the plunge. For the gal I'm to marry is a bow-legged sow. I've been soaking up drink like a sponge. Don't you?
It's interesting. He's putting on like an American accent, right? He's like a southern accent he's putting on. I think it's also got a really interesting bop to the track. Very strange kind of rhythm to this thing. I'm going to look up what the hell this means while the song plays.
Worried, get dressed, cried my mother as she plied me with bourbon so sour. Pull your socks up, put your suit on, comb your long hair down, for you will be wet in the hour. So help me, please, doctor, I'm damaged. There's a pain where there once was a heart. I'm sleeping, it's fading. Can't you please take it out and preserve it right there in that jar? Yeah.
Okay, it's like they're kind of doing a heartfelt parody of a country song. I don't mean parody in a way that makes the song lesser, but it's super interesting. So I looked up bow-legged sow. Sow is apparently, well, obviously the plant seed for growth, especially by scattering. So you reap what you sow, is a bow-legged sow. I guess it's just a way of describing a country kind of gal, I think, who works in the field. Pretty sure.
Oh, help me, please, doctor, I'm damaged. There's a pain where there once was a heart. It's sleeping, it's fading. Can't you please tear it out and preserve it right there in that jar? I was trembling as I put on my jacket. It had creases as sharp as a knife. I put the ring in my pocket, but there was a note in my heart. It jumped into my mouth. It read,
Darling, I'm sorry to hurt you, but I've no courage to speak to your face.
This is a really common trope in country music, isn't it? Like some girl who the narrator is in love with leaves him like in a dire position. So in this one, it looks like it's going to be on his wedding day. This is quite a repetitive theme in country music and blues music.
But I'm down in Virginia with your cousin Lou.
now be no waiting today. So help me, please, doctor, I'm damaged. You can put back my heart in its hole. Oh, mama, I'm crying tears of relief. My pulse is now under control.
Again, I find the contributions of Brian Jones to add something really different to the tracks, like Sympathy for the Devil and later songs I've heard are really how I sort of think of the band, especially this bluesy kind of traditional rock and roll style. But Brian Jones adds something kind of strange and weird to it. He's playing harmonica and slide guitar on this one, so he has a kind of strange sound. Don't love the track, if I'm being completely honest. I tend to not love country songs like this, but nevertheless it's interesting, and I can't quite make up if they're doing a satire or they're doing it with sincerity. Like, it seems like with some of the lyrics they're kind of making fun of the genre slightly, maybe like in a kind of taking the mickey cheeky sort of way. I'm down in Virginia with your cousin Lou is a ridiculous twist to the story. Interesting 3 tracks so far. Bluesy track, a kind of mixed blend, which was Sympathy for the Devil, was like a sort of like a samba style to it too, and then a country track too. So let's move on to track number 4. Track number 4 on Beggars Banquet is called Parachute Woman, written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, and it is a blues song, and it's one of Beggars Banquet songs recorded on a cassette player and double tracked for effect. I think that's a style that a lot of blues artists use. I'm pretty sure that's the style that makes it sort of feel very raw and what would be the word, like not studioified, you know, very raw, rugged style that a lot of blues guys like Muddy Waters I think uses that. You have all the different band members and what they do. I'm not too sure what coda is, and Parachute Woman was apparently, a little fun fact, is performed only live twice by the band, so it's quite interesting. Maybe they couldn't find a way to play it live very well. Here we go, let's check out the track. Oh wow, that sounds old school.
Parachute woman, land on me tonight. Parachute woman, land on me tonight. I break big in the walls and I overspill Carolina.
Strong rhythm.
Parachute woman, join me for a ride. Parachute woman, join me for a ride. I make my bed down singing how to get it half the time.
When a song has a strong rhythm like this does, I'm always going to be into it. It has this kind of marching effect created by the almost rhythm of the guitar and the bass and the drums all kind of working together. Dirty guitar. Yeah, I don't think Mick Jagger is very good at kind of hiding the fact that he is a deviant, a sexual deviant. Blow me out, take me for a ride, or join me for a ride. He loves making these kind of sexual innuendos, doesn't he? God.
Will you blow me out? Well, my hip drop is you just a left solid rhythm down. Yeah.
Love that guitar. Great track, man. Great track. Love the effects on the studio side, engineering side of things. I think it really added to the song. I was wondering if it's a good idea to do something like that, to try and make it sound like it was recorded back in the 30s, but it worked out really well. I thought, again, he had that fantastic kind of marching is not probably the right word, but it's got a kind of momentum to the song that is driven by the rhythm of it. And then you had this really dirty, nasty, raw kind of sounding guitar, which I loved, with the harmonicas coming in and out of the thing. Again, I think a lot of these blues tracks are always built around a woman, but they kind of twisted it up in a really interesting way. I've never seen a blues song allude to like sex in this way, and it's probably pushing the limits of what was expected of a rock and roll song at the time, being so kind of upfront with its sexuality. And again, with the Rolling Stones being like a rebellious band, they pushed the boundaries constantly in their music. In that time, this was rebellious. Nowadays, it's like a dime a dozen to have like sex, try and sell a song. But back in those times, it was a lot different. These guys were really like kind of forward thinking in that sense, to put your sexuality so upfront in a song. In general, I think one of the stronger songs on the album. Okay, catch you guys in the next one.